guys, welcome back to the Clydesdale Rider. Thought I'd do a rundown on my bike. Today it's going to be my Trek Superfly. This is my hardtail bike. I think this is a 2018 year model. It's kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of a mess of a bike. I had originally purchased a 2017 or 2016 Trek Xcaliber 9, which was the first bike I was on after not riding for a while. So I was breaking wheel sets, I was breaking hubs, free hubs, chain rings. I mean, I broke everything on that bike. I broke the front shock. So what ended up happening is during this process, Trek had upgraded me. Originally, the first thing that went was on the shock. So I forget what shock was on there. I think it was might have been a Recon. I don't remember. I'll have to look. But I blew that shock out within like the first couple days of riding. And again, I was pushing about the 300-pound mark. A couple weeks later, I broke my gear set, in the back on the back wheel, and then I broke a whole bunch of spokes, you know, just right and left. So eventually Trek ended up upgrading me on the wheel on that bike, upgrading me on the shock, and eventually, after I kept breaking stuff, I mean, I went through wheel sets from Stands, I went through pretty much every wheel set that Trek had, and I was just busting through this stuff. And they covered it all under warranty. Great company. So everything on here is kind of a mix of what was kind of left over from that bike and upgraded onto this new bike. So some of the components are left over from that. Some I've upgraded myself. So I'm going to run through the bike with you a little bit and show you what I have. I haven't really been able to see this color frame. So what ended up happening is that eventually Trek just said, hey, we're going to give you a new frame. We need to get you in something a little stiffer. And they put me into the Superfly. So I'm not entirely sure the year. I can't find the frame anywhere for sale. I think in the UK it was available, and I want to say it was in 2018. I could be wrong. Maybe you guys can, comment below and let me know. But that's probably around the time that this frame got swapped out. So I'll give you a run through on this bike, and you guys can check it out. This is my Trek Superfly. She's weighing in at about 28 pounds on the bathroom scale. That's actually with the water bottle, so it's a pretty light bike. I know some of you guys will give me a hard time for the handlebar ends. I know that's not a big thing people like to do anymore, but I like to stand up straight once in a while, and it kind of helps me out. The other one I get some stuff for is the caged pedals. A lot of people don't use caged pedals. I've tried to get into the clipless pedals. Just wasn't having it. My new bike now has flats, so I'm trying to get used to those. This bike has SRAM X7 front derailleur, but it has Shimano XT rear derailleur along with shifting levers and Shimano brake levers. Front fork is a RockShox Reba with 100 millimeters of travel. Front wheel is a Rhythm Comp Bontrager tire or wheel. This was one of the wheels that was swapped out on my last bike. Unfortunately, the rear one didn't hold up to my abuse, but the front one's been fine. On the front here, I am running the SE5 Team Edition 2.3 29er tire. These tires are pretty heavy, they're pretty aggressive. I did run it on the back for a while, but I decided to take it off. I believe I'm running the XR4s on the back in the same tire size. It seems to be a little bit lighter and rolls a little better. The wheel on the back here is also different. It's the Bontrager Mustang Pro. This wheel is held up, no problems. Everything on it has been great, so I can't complain on that. I did swap my seat out because this had my old SSR seat on it, and I haven't been riding this bike quite as much as I used to. So I swapped it out with my stash seat, so my better seat's on the stash. So not a big fan of this seat, but it's on here for now for when my friends want to come out and use my bike. Only other thing I've really done on this bike here is I upgraded the brake. I believe the front, I believe the front brake is a 190 millimeter. Other than that, I haven't had any issues. I was having a hard time stopping on this bike, which I do my other bike as well. So I did upgrade that, and it's been pretty good. The rear one I stayed the same, and I want to say I think it was 160 originally. I could be wrong on that. I'd have to double check. And then the Mustang Pro has the Mustang Pro rear hub in there. So I don't know too much details about it other than it's worked for me. This is a 2x10 gear set. I do like it. I'm kind of bummed that everybody's going to a 1x, but I am getting used to it. I was looking at the Fuel EX for a while there because they were still running the 2xs, but the new bike, I'm getting used to the 1x12 or 1x11 depending on what bike I'm on. So that's my Trek Superfly in a nutshell. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.